baby, pull me closer. Help me. I don't wanna be just a one night stand. I'm looking for closure. So baby, pull me closer. I've been scrolling through the text messages you sent me, trying to fill the holes where you left me empty. And when I think about it, get a little emotional, knowing that we might never ever be close to loving. Help me, I wanna be more than just a friend. I'm looking for closure. So baby, pull me closer. Help me, I don't wanna be just a one night stand. I'm looking for closure. So baby, pull me closer. Help me, I wanna be more than just a friend. I'm looking for closure. So baby, pull me closer. Help me, I don't wanna be just a one night stand. I'm looking for closure. So baby, pull me closer. Sober up, think it's time for me to sober up, 'cause I don't know what I should do with all these feelings. Don't wanna be needy, too in love. Maybe I am just too in love. Baby, all I know is I can't make you stay, but don't just walk away. Help me, I wanna be more than just a friend. I'm looking for closure. So baby, pull me closer. Help me, I don't wanna be just a one night stand. I'm looking for closure. So baby, pull me closer.
land on me. Go do, go dance. Take time, take chance. Oh, why make plans on me? Come fly, come land on me. Go do, go dance. Take time, take chance. Oh, why make plans on me? Come fly, come land on me. Go do, go dance. Take time, take chance. Oh, why make plans on me? Come fly, make land on me.
Apologies with that, we just experienced just technical difficulty, but we are back online just to make sure everything is back and you're receiving it right there at your end. You're still, of course, with me right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. My name is Moeketsi, and I'm excited. It is 42 minutes after the hour 8 o'clock. So, as mentioned, that we are streaming live from the heart, of course, of the Northern Cape, which is Kimberley, the city of diamonds, city of possibilities. I mean, we all know that when it comes to diamonds, there are possibilities and there's huge opportunities, as people mention out there. And some of the significant history that we have found out about Kimberley is that it was founded in 1871, which is very interesting. And this is where the diamonds were discovered. Hence, the nickname of the place is called the City of Diamonds. But very interesting, as we are still continuing with a daily dose of positivity that is accompanied by that energetic start to your day. We have Vooka Breakfast Show. Right now we are live on YouTube. If you are having some difficulties on YouTube, please switch to Underground Radio, where we are running the stream on audio only. WhatsApp line is open, of course, for the calls and for voice note. 0604933226. That is the number that you need to dial us in. 0604933226. But of course, just to go back a little bit in terms of reflecting on what Freedom Day was all about right here. So right here, of course, I have something that is very, very interesting that all of us needed to hear, because in terms of the suggestion of what Freedom Day should and what should happen, people are suggesting that Freedom Day should not be used only for celebration. As we have seen, the president gave his speech commemorating the years that the country has been celebrating the freedom, right? And then in terms of that, they also highlighted that they need sustained governance, action, and pressure from civil society is also highlighting that necessary to turn constitutional rights into lived equality is something that needs to be done. Right. And in terms of what needs to be done, before the break, I said I want to have a conversation with you. So I also want to hear your thoughts. In your opinion, voice out and be honest. Because what I believe is that some of us, we take the behaviors that we are used to everywhere. So how you behave at home, how you behave where you are renting, how you behave when you are visiting, it's like you taking that behavior with you. But I've had some people, they actually change their behavior when they're in certain places. They just, looking into the... Okay, I just saw a comment right here saying no sound. Hoping... Okay, right here, I do have sound with me. Sorry. Miss Q, I would ask you, but I don't know if she can hear me because she doesn't have sound on her. I would ask you to restart YouTube, and then you would be perfect and ready, of course, to kickstart this morning with me. But just to continue with the conversation that we are having this morning, is we're talking about tidiness and check out chaos whenever you are out, because right now, as mentioned, that we are in a guest house in Northern Cape, which is in Kimberley, right? So I want you to picture something, because I have a picture with me, right? I cannot turn my cam and show you everything that is going on into this room. So we are here in a guest house, or you are in a guest house, B&B, or a hotel, whatever that it may be, where you have checked in, right? Towels are on the floor, the snacks are on the desk, everything is just messy behind you or besides your bed, even in the bathroom, right? The bed, clearly it's well loved, and your checkout is in 10 minutes. Do you straighten up a bit, or do you think that's what housekeeping is for? And you walk out guilt free, right? So that is a question that I'm asking you this morning, that if you find yourself in a situation whereby your checkout is in 10 minutes and you have checked in a guest house or a hotel, do you leave things the way they are? Do you leave where you have slept? Like, your blankets, of course, are messy, pillows are just everywhere in the room. Do you leave things the way they are, or do you tidy up? Because I mean, there's so many perspectives. People will let you know, or they will tell you that, guys, there's housekeeping, we've paid to be here, so why do I need to do housekeeping for someone else? I mean, this person is being paid to do the job right here, so why am I, tidying up the bed? Why am I cleaning dirt on the floor? Why am I removing stains wherever I left them? So I want to hear from you. So, of course, some people say cleaning up is good manners. Others say, I paid, so I have to move. I'm rushing somewhere, guys. I have a flight to catch. So what do you mean that I have to tidy up the space? That's why I feel like, and I've said it, that some people, they take their behaviors everywhere they go. So wherever you live, whether it's at home, whether it's in your house, when you go out and rent out or check into a hotel, you're going to take the same behavior with you, because when you wake up in the morning, you don't make your bed. When you wake up in the morning, you just leave your clothes there. When you wake up in the morning, everything, your plate is right beside your bed. I mean, that's the behavior you're going to take. But just because you paid, you're going to feel like, I've paid, so I don't feel any necessity to take my plate and put it in the sink. Someone who's paid to do housekeeping will do that for me, right? And then introducing some of the perspective, because as I've mentioned, that some people, they feel different. Some people, they feel like, you know what, even if there's housekeeping, I feel like I should do my end, because this is me. It's me. I can't change who I am. Even the housekeeping person will feel like, okay, you guys have done, half of the job. Thank you so much. But it doesn't mean that each and every one cleans their room each and every time when they check out, right? We know that we have different perspective, and I also want to hear your perspective, that what would you do? I'm asking a question that if your room is untidy and your checkout is in 10 minutes, yes or no? Do you tidy the room? Yes or no? Just comment down right there below on the comment section. I see right there Miss Q Rams is saying, my morning Vooka team, have a blessed day. Sound is good now. Thank you so much for the confirmation. I was getting a little bit worried right there. So we are, of course, continuing this conversation right here. I want to hear from you, because there are a lot of things that people can say, or because getting some of the perspective is quite interesting. So let me dive deep in some of the perspectives that I got, right? Because we have different camps. I mean, someone might be in the camp of there's housekeeping, so I should not touch anything. There's housekeeping, so I should not touch anything. Someone will say, it's just me. I'm used to a clean space. I cannot function, and I won't feel good when I leave the space dirty, right? So there are courtesy cleaners. They stack towels, toss rubbish, and leave the place decent. Not spotless, just respectful. Just to honor the space that they have been given. Yes, it doesn't mean that each and every time you have to say thanks, because people feel like you shouldn't have to say thanks, and just to give a little bit of appreciation because you have paid. But there's people who do that, right? So those are the courtesy cleaners. They always leave the room spotless. They always leave the room clean, because I don't think whenever you check into your hotel, you will find a messy place. You will find someone's mess who was sleeping here last night. You wouldn't find like that. So it's always advisable to leave things the way you've left them wherever you checked out, right? So those are the courtesy cleaners. I wonder if you do fall in that camp. And then we have the full service believers that say it's a hotel, they're doing nothing, guys. Beds, bins, towels, it's literally someone's job. It's literally someone's job. That's why I'm saying there's different people out there. There's people who are going to say, guys, I'm going to leave the room the way I've left it. And there are people who are like, you know what? Let's get this place messy. Let's get this place messy because there's people, we are paying people to clean because they feel like they're entitled to some of the money that they have paid to get people to clean around the space. I mean, the stories that we have had with people owning the B&Bs, Airbnbs, and guest houses are horrible out there. People are having the worst times when it comes to guests arriving. Some people steal the lamps, people steal, electronics that are around the rooms. So these are some of the things that we just need to look into before we answer this kind of question, to say I would leave things the way they are because there's housekeeping, because I've paid the money, right? And then we have the B&B rule followers. Airbnb especially, people tend to clean more because the host is a real person, and sometimes there's cleaning fee staring at you. So there's different rules out there whenever you check yourself in. There's different rules across. So whenever you check yourself in, whenever you go out there and book a place, there's certainly going to be different rules. So those rules are what we are unpacking this morning as we are asking the question that if you get the room and you leave the next morning in 10 minutes, do you leave everything, tidied up, or you just leave the chaos the way it is because you believe that housekeepers are paid to do the job? And then there are people who fall into the minimal effort crew, right? I wonder if you are those. Trash in the bin, dishes in the sink, chaos contained, that's it, we leave the space. I mean, we enjoyed the night, or we enjoyed the night that we were in this place. So can you just please leave things the way we found them? It's as simple as that, because there are people who do not like chaos, because sometimes you are also given the opportunity to leave a review. I mean, why would you leave a review in a place that you have left in a mess? I mean, people do that. I would stay in this guest house, for example, and then leave a mess, and then I'll say, you know what, the service was great. I'm rating them 5-star, and recommend people to come also, right? Because I've enjoyed my stay. So cleaning, it's not my thing. Why should I clean if there's someone who's being paid, right? It's interesting on what other people out there, do think when it comes to these kind of discussions. But of course, in terms of the questions that I have for you, if you're listening right now and you have the opportunity to answer, please let me know on the comment section. So in terms of the hotel stay, clean up or check out and forget? Yes or no? Right? Let me repeat that. Clean up or check out and forget? Yes or no? Are you that person who is cleaning up the hotel, the guest house, or the B&B, or you just check out and leave things? If you say yes, that means you don't clean. If you say no, that means you're someone who just takes consideration of the space because there's someone who's going to come in and clean up your mess. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, how tidy do you leave a place? I mean, for me, when it comes to scale of 1 to 10, I would say I leave the place very tidy. Sometimes you make an effort to ask for, a cleaning cloth, just to wipe up some of the stains that you have left right there, right? So I'm gonna say 7 most of the time because I respect the space, right, more than anything. And then, as we are wrapping up this conversation, another last question I have for you is I want you just to be honest as you can. When you check out, are you leaving a thank you for hosting me or a mystery for housekeeping? I mean, the security guards, when we drove in here, there's a guy, who, gave us all of the details, greeted everything like that. But for some people, it's like when they leave, please just open the gate for me, my good sir. I just want to leave, right? Do you leave a thank you for hosting me, or you just leave the venue? I want to hear some of those thoughts because we are wrapping up this conversation. I want to hear from you. #Vooka Breakfast Show is the hashtag that you need to use right there on YouTube. And if you're listening on Underground Radio, simply send a text on WhatsApp 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. It is 3 minutes till we hit the hour 9 o'clock, and I will be back with your news recap. In the meantime, we're just going to enjoy some good music for this short break. Your boy Moeketsi, my man, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Let's go.
Famous NommyP, Kamakosazana.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE. My name is MooCee on the Vooka Breakfast Show.
It is exactly 9 o'clock, and it's time for your news recap on some of the headlines that you missed when we began. Firstly, on your news recap, yellow wind warnings issued for South Africa coast. The South African Weather Services has issued yellow level warnings for damaging winds along parts of the country's coastline. Strong southwesterly winds are expected to affect coastal areas, potentially causing damage to informal structures. Power disruptions and dangerous conditions are at sea. Small vessels and beachgoers are urged to take extra precaution as navigation may be difficult. The warnings are in place as a cold front moves along the coast, bringing windy and unsettled condition. On the next news recap, civil debt judgments to rise to 293 million rand. South Africa recorded 293 million in civil debt judgments in February 2026, marking a 4.9 increase compared to the same period last year. According to Statistics South Africa, more than 9,000 judgments were issued, with the biggest amounts linked to money lent, service and other personal debt. While the number of debt summons declined, the total value of judgment continues to rise, highlighting ongoing financial pressure on households. Your last news recap: intruder briefly disrupts Ramaphosa's Freedom Day speech. President Cyril Ramaphosa's Freedom Day address in Bloemfontein was briefly disrupted when an intruder accessed the stage during his speech. Security personnel quickly intervened and removed the individual, allowing the event to continue. In his address, Ramaphosa reaffirmed the government's commitment to fighting corruption, organized crime, and violence, while reflecting on South Africa's democratic progress since 1994. That's all we have for your news recap. You can share your thoughts on YouTube or send us your voice note on 060-493-3226.
Living for weekends, wishing I could take a break from this world. Running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free, finally, I wanna be free, I wanna be free, finally, I wanna be free, finally. I always stay dreaming, never imagined I lose my spark. Living in this crazy time, putting back the pieces of my mind. I know how to run from the dark and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate into the clouds. I'm so high above the ground. I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free, finally, I wanna be free, I wanna be free, finally, I wanna be free, finally, higher to a bird. You, I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free.
Of course, it is the great sounds of King Sis, Wanna Be Free, enjoying this beautiful morning.
We're not about the hashtags and the lies.
We about good music. The underground.
We are live.
Durban Streets, what's poppin'?
The favorite morning crew
On the Vooka.
breakfast show.
Go.
And of course, while we're still reflecting back on Freedom Day, we're still asking the question, according to you and in your opinion, what is it that you think or you would like to be changed? And then that's what we're going to be looking into, just going through the history path, going through the learning path of what really happened on this day or yesterday, or should I say this week, because this week was a very huge week for many South Africans dating back to 1994. So when we look into this day, in terms of what happened in history, we all know that South Africa experienced their first democratic election, and they continued to the 28th of April in 1994. So on this day, millions and millions of South Africans came out, and voting had been extended over several days due to overwhelming turnout, logistical challenges, and long queues as citizens of all races exercised their right to vote for the first time. So it was a very, very huge day. It It was a very huge day for a lot of South Africans, and the election ultimately led to Nelson Mandela becoming the first democratically elected president, marking official end of the apartheid rule. So on this day and on this week, even yesterday, it was a very huge day for a lot of South Africans. But for some, they're like, let us not turn this day into a celebration, looking into what is happening as of currently in our country, because we are voicing out some of our concerns. We are looking into the reforms. We are looking into improved service delivery. That's what we are always complaining about. That is what we are always looking into. Access to basic needs. There's someone out there, when you talk about the constitution, when you talk about the rights, there's someone out there, they do not have the basic needs as their critical priorities. So people are urging the government to look back into that so that they can bring back the dignity of what the country promised them. Right, so sustained government action and pressure from civil society are highlighted throughout as necessary to turn constitutional right into lived equality for all South Africans. Right, so while we're still on that, it is 8 minutes past 9, and we have been, of course, unpacking a lot of things. Another thing that I want, of course, to highlight is a national day that we are celebrating, because each and every day there is a national day that is being celebrated, whether it's nationally, whether it's internationally, locally, domestically. We will let you know in terms of what is being celebrated, because some of the people out there, they are not aware of these days. So a day that is being celebrated today and that we're going to help you, of course, just to highlight, is the World Day for Safety and Health at Work. So this day promotes the prevention of occupational accidents, injuries, and diseases worldwide. So it is observed, of course, every year on the 28th of April, internationally, and of course it is led by an international labor organization. The purpose of this day is, I think you have an idea, is to highlight the importance of safe, healthy, and of course decent working condition. No one wants to work in indecent, right, in not so looking great spaces, not so looking working environment. More than anything, for people to thrive, they just need a decent environment so that they can complete and do their work. So that is what we are celebrating. So today, if you are working, I hope that your space is clean and it's looking spotless as mine. I wish I could turn the camera away and show you how this place looks. So I hope that wherever you are, the place looks spotless, because it will prevent a lot of things from happening, because we know that you can get sick from a very looking unhealthy environment. So just make sure that if you're someone who is working, you are commemorating and you're making sure that each and every time when you get into your working environment, it's clean and it's safe for you and for everyone. And then another interesting day that is being celebrated is the Global Pay It Forward Day on this day. So this one encourages acts of kindness that creates a ripple effect on generosity, right? It was founded in 2007 in Australia, which is very interesting. So how it's marked is helping strangers, small good deeds, and community kindness. So pay it forward to whoever, to me. Ask me what I need. Please ask me what do I need. I will tell you, because it's the Global Pay It Forward Day. Pay whatever forward to me, and then it's just the act of kindness that each and everyone needs. I need the act of kindness right now. It's Tuesday, and you know that each and every Tuesday morning we are asking the question, what are you choosing and who are you choosing on this beautiful Tuesday morning on the 28th of April 2026? Some of the interesting things are taking place, and those are some of the days that we are looking into, right? And then just before we turn into very interesting stuff that are happening, which is celebrity birthdays, because we always aim to look into who are some of the celebrities that are growing up. Talking about that, if you know anyone, because our biggest celebrities are the Vooka family and of course the underground family. So if you know anyone who is growing up and you would like to highlight or give them a shout out, please do so, because those are our biggest celebrities in the house. So before I get into the celebrity birthday, there's something interesting, which is the word of the day. We always aim to bring some of the words that we use. I mean, if you are living in Northern Cape, where we are as of right now, or you are living in Durban, you're living in Cape Town, there's a certain slang that you use, to describe how was your day, to describe if you want something from someone else, to describe, an expression, when you're being given something, right? So our word of the day will be the slang, that we use. This side, not the side, I'm in Bloom right now. We are in Northern Cape, sorry. But when we are back in Joburg, the slangs that we use, right, are different from other people's slangs out there. So the slang that I have for you this morning, and you will let me know, maybe it's a slang that is used across the country. So you would let me know how you use the word. Our word for today is sharp. Right? Sharp. I mean, for me, when I use this word, it's like acknowledging someone that, okay, sharp, it's okay, it's fine, you've done it, right? Not in a bad way, because sharp can also be expressed in a very, rude way for some people. Some people, they use it to cut off conversation. When somebody is just getting, they're just getting irritated from the conversation, and they will just cut you by just saying sharp. It's fine, you are right, even if you're not right. They're just avoiding a conflict with you. So the meaning of sharp is a versatile South African expression meaning okay, goodbye, or an agreement. Sharp, me and you, we have an agreement. We're going to be doing this. We're going to draft this business proposal and send it to the office or to someone else out there. Sharp, I acknowledge that, right? Sharp can also mean goodbye. Hey man, it was a very great day being with you. It was a great day, of course, or a great morning being with you. So sharp, right? And then in terms of the usage, common in everyday conversation across South Africa, because if you are going to use this word in a conversation, you will just say, we will meet at 6. Sharp, it's acknowledging, it's an agreement, and then we will meet at 6. So if you do not meet at 6, that means you have disrespected and you did not acknowledge the agreement that we both had. So for today, I just hope you have a sharp day. It is a proud, of course, South African word that means farewell, agreement, or I acknowledge you, my friend, with everything that you have just said. So it is very, very interesting just to have some of these slang. We are going to be sharing a lot, of course, when it comes to the word of the day and the slang, because I know that in different cities, for acknowledgement, different cities for farewell or agreement, it's something different. So I want to hear from you in your township, where you are. When you acknowledge someone, when you become in an agreement, what do you say, right? So I want to see those comments coming through. So let me just go through some of the comments that came through. Underground Radio DB and Vooka Breakfast out there, and a very good morning to you too. And then comes through again saying, in Durban, sharp also means clever. Ooh, that's very interesting. Example is, he is sharp. Oh. He's a sharp O, this one. She is a sharp. Okay, and O is a guy, right? And I don't know. But yeah, sharp in Durban means clever, right? That means when you are so sharp, my brother. When you are a very sharp man. You're a very sharp man. It's very interesting to find out on how some of the people express and use some of these slang out there. Thank you so much for that. And I think we'll also adopt it this side, because definitely we need some of the sharpest people during these times, right? But you can keep those comments coming through. Let me know how you use this word, this slang word, sharp. Or in terms of agreement, how do you acknowledge it? How do you come to an agreement to someone, acknowledgement, or a farewell? What is the slang that you use personally, right? So with that being said, of course, that is our word of the day. We will make sure to stay sharp until the hour 10 o'clock. But as for now, it's not sharp, right? We're still with you. Lastly, as I mentioned that we do have some of the celebrity birthdays. So if you know anyone who is growing up, just please give them a shout out right there on the comment section by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast. Sure. Some of the celebrity birthdays that we have this morning, starting off with the first one that we have is the queen, of hip hop. Joined hip hop, and then she became as good. People did not expect what she did, and I'm talking about Boity Tulo. Right, she is turning 36 years, known as Boity. That's her stage name. She was born on this day in Potchefstroom, and she's a rapper, actress, TV personality, and an entrepreneur. And then, of course, her fame started when she started the chart topping music, television hosting, and of course the business ventures that she has out there. And then when it comes to her legacy, she's one of South Africa's most influential modern media personalities. So a huge shout out to Boity, and hoping that wherever she is, because she has been quiet for quite some time, we're hoping she will be back and of course giving us what she is best at. And then another birthday celebrity we have right here is William Kendrick, who is turning 71 years, was born in Joburg, and he is a visual artist, a filmmaker, and also an internationally acclaimed for political charged artworks and animation. His legacy is a leading voice in global contemporary art. So happy huge birthday to William Kendrick. And then the last one that we have right here is Jessica Alba, who is turning 45 years, was born on this day in 1981 in Pomona, California, USA, and she is an actress, entrepreneur, and of course she's a Hollywood star and founder of the Honest Company. When it comes to her legacy, she is successfully bridged entertainment and business worldwide. So to all of the celebrities out there, happy birthday. And of course to someone out there who is growing up and they would like to have a beautiful Tuesday morning, happy birthday. Very interesting. But of course before we go into the break, Mr. B just joined me right here in terms of just celebrating. It's a Tuesday, man. It's a Tuesday. How are you doing this morning, bro?
Yeah, happy Tuesday to everyone. These are the pleasures of, they call it OB, Mo. Yeah. Outside broadcast.
Yeah,
outside broadcast.
Yeah.
I mean, we used to call it on location shooting, but it's one of the same things. And shout out to Narissa and the team for the radio course that we're taking, because now we're learning these proper terms. Yeah. And now we can start throwing around the jargon. OB.
Exactly.
Outside broadcast. But so far so good. I mean, if we could also have this system in a box where it's just a turnkey solution and we up and running, ready to rock and roll, that would be better. But I think the more we do these OBs, outside broadcasting, the better we become at ensuring that we know what goes where, right? Because we sort of have an idea, but in terms of execution, I think only now that's where we see that we need to absolutely make this thing a thing. Yeah. But other than that, I'm good. I'm not sure if you've spoken about the weather out here.
No, I think I've touched a little bit to say there's a little breeze out there.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a little because, I do enjoy this. I'm not sure. So for you, how are you experiencing the weather?
It's cold. I mean, last night it was, I think the lowest was like 6 degrees.
Yeah.
But it possibly could have gotten much lower than that, right? So yeah, it's cold, and I think maybe Northern Cape is the first province to experience winter in the country.
Really?
Yeah, I think so, because
right now is
it went down to 6. I mean, imagine about -1, so it's just a few degrees away from that.
Yeah. I mean, that's when you realize that winter is looming, when you start seeing single digits. when it comes to weather.
Yes.
You know, your lowest and your highest. But I feel like more than anything, just enjoying the weather is what we always aim to do, right? So what I want to do is to take a short break, and then when we come back, we have an interesting conversation we are going to be unpacking, which is copywriting your work, right? I mean, we've heard that Taylor Swift has files to trademark her voice amid AI clone boom. Right now we are in the era of AI, and your work can be used without your knowledge.
So there's new types of pirates right now. The ones that we are used to is the pirates that literally go out and steal your IP. But these ones are smart, they're clever, they're using computers and all of that, because if you synthesize and copy someone else's voice, you do stand a position of benefiting immensely. So I'm super excited to unpack that, because not only Taylor Swift, but there's an artist that I listen to on a daily basis, and they have copied his voice right through and through, including the tonalities, everything. So I want us to dive into this after the break.
There are a lot of things, of course, you're going to be unpacking, and some of the things that you personally need to know, because you might be an artist out there and someone is using your work and you're like, what is it that I need to do and the steps that I need to take? So we will be back, of course, after this short break. Don't switch the dial.
You don't mean nothing to me. E-boys like you every dinner. I don't believe what you preach. You're just a rookie beginner. Hang out with boys on the street. Like that will make you a winner. I don't believe what I see. Are you wearing gold? You're nothing more than silverware. Thinking you're so bold, but all you are is unaware. Walk around like everything belongs to you. Talk to me like I'm a young stupid fool. Take off all your clothes. You're nothing more than silverware. Why you calling me honey? Why you show off your money? Wave it like it's a tissue. Baby, this is your issue. I'm not falling for bullshit. If you like me, then say it. You don't get that I see through this facade that surrounds you. Growing up takes time, so don't you waste mine. You and me ain't right. Are you wearing gold? You're nothing more than silverware. Thinking you're so bold, but all you are is unaware. Walk around like everything belongs to you. Talk to me like I'm a young stupid fool. Take off all your clothes. You're nothing more
It is, of course, 27 minutes past 9, and you're still with us, giving you that energetic start to your day, accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. And, of course, the new term that we're using, outside broadcasting, deeper in the Northern Cape, right here in Kimberley. And, of course, we want, to hear from you, your thoughts, your views by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. And across all social media platforms, it still continues as the Vooka Breakfast Show. Before the break, we were continuing something that involves you as an artist, an artist out there. That the question that can be asked is, can artists trademark their style to protect it from AI? But another one that we came through, the story that we came through is that Taylor Swift filed to trademark her voice amid the AI clone boom. One of the stories that I personally came across was that Hollywood actors went on to strike. This other time they were like, people are using their voices and they're not getting paid for that. And Hollywood is acknowledging what is happening. They're not even taking extra, steps to prevent that, from happening.
I mean, it's not just voices only, because Kabi.
Kabi Lame. Yeah.
Right. So the gesture. He's looking at generating, is it over 900 million by using AI to trademark and sell him gesturing that gesture. So it's not just that. I mean, with sports figures, they insure their voices, which that's fine.
Yeah,
because they know that did I say voices? I mean their legs. Their legs. But also singers insure their voices as well. But at least Lapo, they know that it's them that are singing or doing the sport. But Lana, this one really proposes to corrupt the entire system, because it's not the artist that's benefiting. It's someone else.
I mean, with the high usage of AI right now, and we are also learning that AI is becoming more smarter. I mean, for an artist to be behind the booth, in studio recording music, it takes a lot. It really takes a lot for you to have that studio session, and then only to find out that someone can be in a back room and then just generate using your voice, and then like that they boom. We are seeing a recent trend of AI generated music. When you go to places, I mean, I was at a wedding this past Saturday, and the level of AI music that people listen to, it's crazy.
Like I feel like when you've trained your ear to know and recognize AI, because even yesterday you were like, this really sounds like an AI voice. Because I was telling my friend that there's this girl's voice and the guy's voice that these AI generators use, because it sounds similar, like it's not distinctive. I mean, you hear the voice across all genres. That's the thing, whether it's gospel, whether it's amapiano, and that itself, I think it's just killing the uniqueness. It's just killing the uniqueness at all. But going back to the Taylor Swift case, because she has filed application with the US Intellectual Property Office to trademark her voice. So the move comes as AI also makes it easier to clone voices and images without consent. So if anyone out there uses Taylor Swift voice, they will be copyrighted. Because I don't know much about the lore, but in the entertainment industry, we do have copyright. We've got a trademark. We've got, in technology, there's patents, right? So this is you protecting your intellectual property. So you will see that next to a name or something, you will have the word TM. That's a trademark. So it's trademarked. Yes. So you can trademark a logo. You can copyright your IP, your intellectual property, and so I do think that the sound of her voice is actually her trademark, right? Because earlier, before we went on to the break, I listened to Tupac, and there's been a whole lot of songs that have come out on the internet where you can tell that it's like, it really sounds like Tupac. So we're talking about the inflections, the small nuances here and there. To the point of expressions. It really sounds like him. And I remember doing a demo about AI, where I was like, hey, AI, write a verse about load shedding with ESCOM, the same way the Tupac would. And it went ahead and wrote it. When I read it, it's like, it really kind of sounds like him, like something that he would write. So it's not just the voice, but Taylor is, she's taking it a step further, because people don't only just write, but they go to the extent of creating a complete song that may sound like her in future. So that's the trademark. So I think maybe Nazi, we should create trademarks of ourselves. With them, and guys, don't use my voice or the way I do things, because this is the way I do things, and it's only unique to me. So if you're gonna take it and use it for your gain or for profit, then even if it's not for profit, because Ksasa, if someone creates a whole lot of Taylor songs, 10 years down the line, my daughter won't even know who's the real Taylor. You know? So
So what people basically need is just an idea to build a concept, because when now you take, you know, the work, you brainstorm, you have the whiteboard with you, you have your sticky notes with you, going through all of that.
Besides that, also life experiences. I mean, yesterday, imagine getting stuck on a highway, because I remember there was a thing that I was watching where AI will never ever have an advantage compared to humans, is in the department of lived experiences. Because we lived through it, where it's excitement and then it's panic, and then when the panic kicked in, it was just silent, and we were just hoping. So when you move by faith, let's say those are the lyrics that you're writing in your head, not knowing what's going to happen. It can only be a life lived experience. So AI can't just give you that out of nowhere. Right?
So some of her filings include sound recordings of her voice and photos of her performing on stage, because we've seen it that people are taking it to a stage whereby they now generate music videos using, you know, artists' voices and their faces. Right?
You know, it only takes 10 seconds of your voice to synthesize your voice.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. So,
wow, guys.
Mind you, as we are talking right now, if you've been doing, because you've been talking since 8, but only 10 seconds, then that's enough to create a voice profile. Sharp, you can fine tune it a bit more, but then 10 seconds is all you need.
Wow. Right. Some of the things that you need to know is that Swift also submitted 2 sound trademarks that begin with a "Hey, it's Taylor," linked to album announcement. The third filing covers a stage image of the singer. Lastly, the move mirrors similar steps taken by actor Matthew McConaughey to protect against AI voice misuse. So he was one of the actors who was also part of the Hollywood actors who were protesting to say, people are using our voices out there, and you guys are not doing anything, and they're making money out of that.
I mean, to create content it's tough, it's hard. Sometimes people make it look easy, because when you see the final product, you think, it's easy to create that. It doesn't take you that much. But especially with the guys that are on top, there's producers, there's line managers, there's just a whole lot of people in the background that you do not see. But it takes time, it takes dedication, effort, money as well to create the content they create. So if it's music, then you can't just take my voice just like that, because I had to work on myself. And then when you're Tata and you pirate it. And I think this one has the potential to be worse than the first type of piracy that we experienced. Because remember, back then, when you buy a DVD off the streets, sure, in terms of sharing it, you could share it, but then, you know, it also had a limited range in which how far you could share it. But think about this one. This one means that you are generating something that does not exist.
Yes.
So people will not know if whether or not this comes from the artist already. The original artist. So if you're pirating a Jeepers Creepers movie, that's it. But imagine having the IP, the intellectual knowledge of how to create a Jeepers Creepers 3 or Jeepers Creepers 4 and then selling that. That's insane.
It's scary also, and it's also insane because I think more than anything, people are exploring, AI as much as they can in terms of what it can do and how far it can go. To say, okay, can I really create like something similar to what is happening? We don't know if it will go to a point whereby it can generate streaming platforms. We know that it is possible, but we don't know, how far the possibilities can be. But now this also talks to someone who is not well informed out there because they kind of not knowledgeable. They are an artist and all they know is just to release music. And with an experience of listening to good local music, if that music can get in the wrong hands, people's voices, people's verses, people's work can be used. To benefit
in malicious ways,
right.
So just before we move on, Diary of a CEO, Stephen Bartlett, so he is using AI actively in his business ventures, including the podcast Diary of a CEO. Now here's the kicker. So last I checked, it was the second most viewed podcast, second to Joe Rogan. Right, so he's at number 2, but he's fast growing. I think he might just overtake with Joe. But anyway, he said in one of the interviews that he has created a AI version of himself and then created a spin-off channel. I think the channel is on Spotify, and they create the content using AI. They've gone ahead and synthesized his voice. Everything from the tonality, inflections, and the timbre, everything. So this podcast is growing. So he was basically saying, look, if there's gonna be a disruption, I think it's best if I disrupt myself, rather than someone creating it, right? So he has created it, and it's something that he's piloting. But I would rather listen to the real person, right? But obviously it's something he's piloting. So guys, maybe you don't know, maybe this episode is just AI. The real us is AI. Sorry, the real us, we're asleep, and what you're listening to is AI. You never know. Because we've trained it that well to sort of respond. And but interesting that he has thought about it. He's seeing the writing on the wall that AI will cause a huge disruption. So let me rather do it myself, right? So it's something that you and I tried when we tried to synthesize our voices for the news.
Exactly.
It's just that we've got a deep, rich accent, and it didn't work out that well. But imagine if it did.
It was going to be something else. Copying it and using it, because now it's like you're giving people access that, it's possible to do and copy your voice. So let me copy your voice for my own show, And with what Steve is doing is actually a realization, because a lot of people never saw it that way, because you're like, people are using my voice out there, but how about if I myself use my voice, to generate and make money out of it? Because it's actually, I feel like it's a smart move more than anything. And then when you start taking the route that Taylor Swift has done, trademarking it, making sure that if anyone else uses it besides you, because you are the owner and you have the right, of your own voice.
Because it's not like she's saying, hey, don't use my voice. I think where she's pointed to or alluding to is that Taylor can keep her essence, 20 years down the line, let's just say I produce a track and I'm looking at getting Taylor Swift on the chorus. I can license her voice and then do the whole AI thing, And then once it's done, it's like, yes, we've paid, I've licensed the voice yako and use it properly. So here we're talking about the possibility of Taylor being paid even beyond her death. So think about it this way, where someone says, hey, because I've also done a feature with Tupac myself, back then, where I had found like a vocal, and then I created a beat, I added his vocals, and then I also rapped it in.
Yeah.
It was like, no, guys, I worked it so and so. But obviously there's limitations on that front. It's like, we know this verse, right?
Yes.
But imagine artists featuring themselves with, big names. And if it's not done ethically so, I see that it could pose a huge problem.
Exactly.
But Nagim Gafana, so music that's AI generated just doesn't have that thing, man.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. And I think some of the things that, we need to look into is the irresponsible usage of AI. Because if you are not someone who is well known, if you are someone who's still upcoming, someone can use your voice and write bad things, and people will think, and we see out there on social
deep
media, deep fakes on how people responding. People believe everything on social media, and for you to say
it's getting good,
it's getting really good, and for you to come and fight and say, hey guys, that's not me, while people have said, they've commented, petitions have been written, your accounts have been blocked right now, it's like there's no turning back. So I think the route that Taylor Swift has taken is for artists to protect themselves from such things happening. Right? Yeah. But what is next, of course, is that Swift's trademark application could also strengthen legal control over how her voice is used. The case adds pressure to regulators to update laws around artificial intelligence, identity, and IP. More artists, of course, may follow this route as AI-generated cloning becomes more widespread.
Yep.
So we want to hear from you if you are someone who fully supports this, because we see that people just enjoy AI. And if there's going to be regulators, they're going to feel like something good is being taken away from them. Because artists feel like there's something being taken away from them. And if now they're going to regulate, it's like, guys, we are enjoying what is happening right now. So what should we do?
I mean, think of Pro Kid, Double HP, Ricky Rick, aka and the likes, ne?
Yeah.
So I have this thing of, you have walked your journey, and this is how far you have come, and that's it. But now imagine if just more music just keeps coming from AKA. Nah, guys, this
that's not good at all.
I mean, but what if someone said, like, about Ricky Rick, no, it's fine, I will still rap beyond the grave.
I mean,
then it's like someone produces a song and you remember one of those words, like, but I think he is rapping beyond the grave.
So what you're saying, you're right, because right now I feel like I can make up a story and release, AI generated music of Ricky Rick. Why am I saying that? As Ricky Rick has always reiterated that we never die, we multiply. Right, so he's that person who doesn't believe that when he's dead, like his existence will just be fully gone. So I feel like artists also gave a leeway, or a path for people to use their voices and generate more music, which is something that is not advisable out there. Right, so people can steal people's voices, but I think beyond that, it's all about protecting the image and also protecting the family, because now that is gone, but now you keep on seeing albums being released
coming out,
and you're asking yourself, and you know that when those songs come out, people are going to ask question, hey, are you getting royalties from your father's music? Are you doing this? And then this also brings back, those saddest and bad memories that you have.
Yeah, it's quite similar to a blueprint.
Yeah,
where someone might steal a house, but if they steal a blueprint, that's different, because a blueprint means they can create more houses. You can take 100 Rand from me, But if you steal the mint,
of
wi-
how
of how
you
this
make the
100 rand
money.
is made, are we in trouble? Yeah, we're in trouble.
Yeah, so interesting. Of course, as we are left with only 13 minutes till we hit 10 o'clock, we're going to take a short break, and then when we come back, we of course wrap up this conversation, because it's very interesting, because artists can really protect their music, can really protect their style of work out there. So what I want to do is to take a short break, and then we will be back shortly after this.
So we're still discussing AI and its adverse results on the entertainment industry. So Taylor Swift has trademarked her voice, so that in future, if you want to make use of her voice, you would first have to go through her. The same thing with the compact disc. It says you cannot duplicate unless you talk to us first, right? So more the tension in all of this is that globally, artists are arguing that these AI models are trained on their work and also without their permission, where basically it turns years of human creativity into raw data. It took you God knows how long to learn the guitar.
Sleepless nights.
I don't know how many guitars you had to go through. Maybe even extra lessons you had to pay for, right? You had to train your ear. And just like that, this model is able to play just like Jimi Hendrix. Just like that, right? So this is what artists are arguing for around the world. But here's something that's really conflicting, because when it comes to tech companies, they're actually pushing back, saying that styles cannot belong to one person.
Wow.
That art evolves by influence, remixing, and inspiration.
Yeah, so it's something that I'm talking about, that for a lot of people, they're like, you are denying us an opportunity to be creative. Because not artists, but fans will also argue that to be where you are, we made it possible. I mean, last year, as someone who's listening to a lot of piano music, Scott Mapuma was almost cancelled because of what he said. He was like, fans never made me to be where I am. But the problem is, fans did, and they made sure that they vote for him, they listen to his music, because the more people listen to your music, the more you get popularity. And now when you're going to cut off people and say, guys, please don't use my music, people are going to feel like you're cutting them off, from remixing, from using your style of, rapping, or your style of music and things like that. So I feel like this also has a bit of unfairness.
But with the remixing of material, you need consent from the original maker. Right. So I think, because we've seen it in the past where samples Kanye West would take a sample here locally. You would hear AKA,
Yes.
Brenda Fassie, but it's done in a way where you still need to give credit to
the original maker.
to the original one, right? So it's true that we can take something, remix it, take certain genres and mash them together. But I think because the companies in question here was Mid-Journey as well as Stable Diffusion, where artists were basically saying, look, we need, number one, we need compensation, we need consent, and we also need credit. Because I feel like the ship has sailed, and I'll tell you why. When this data was being used to train these models, no one knew what was happening in the background. It's too late. It has already been trained. Your data has already been indexed. So it's difficult, mind you, to go back, because AI knows what Scott sounds like. AI knows what Taylor, Tupac, Ricky Rick, it already knows. It's just a matter of time before we have our own models here that sound like a Quest or so. Right? No, we can't. The problem is, yes, you can get access to locally trained models, because you can train these things on your own PC. That's how insane it is. It's no longer something that you would have to push to the cloud or get a data center to be able to train these models. You can do so
because different genders. There's a guy, there's a woman also. People are like, hey guys, who are these people? We want to see them. More than anything, live performances is what people enjoy. So AI cannot really give you the live performance.
Until the day we have holograms right here.
Imagine.
Tupac had a whole concert where it was the hologram and the way that hologram was moving, man.
It didn't look like it's Tupac.
I mean, I couldn't tell, but let's just say you've got these VR goggles, and you're gonna attend a concert from the comfort of your own home. So it's a VR thing, but you're there. But
as much as
the artist is not there, because with the rise of 5G, I think it was in Sweden where they had a concert, powering or sort of like testing the capabilities of a 5G. So what they did was they created a camera setup that allows you to be anywhere inside the arena, right? So you would put on your VR headsets, and if you wanted to be front stage, because there was a camera there, like you could literally move, pan around, so you could experience it front stage. If you wanted to be all the way back, you could. If you wanted to be backstage like a manager, where you just here, you could also experience that. So when someone was streaming that literally in real time, you could then switch the view. So imagine that experience and people loving it. So now it's no longer a case of, yes, we still want to see you perform, but I want to experience it in this 360 view. People are like, yeah, sharp, we need that, we want that, we love it, we saw it, and we're okay with it. Then who's to say ksasa they can't bring up a hologram within your VR, ne? A hologram an AKA.
But here I think here we're talking access, because there are certain places and there are certain areas, in an arena that we are not allowed to access. Backstage, not everyone is allowed, to go there. So if we are going to be exposing what happens at the back end, like people, how people misuse things. People are going to be irresponsible and start tampering with these kind of things, because it can be possible that someone can find a way to disconnect or hack the system, maybe to I don't know, but I think like if you give people too much access, that's where things are going.
I mean this will just be one way communication, so there's no way in which you can come back. But imagine if I were to put out a poster today and say the legends is a hip hop, right? Got Double HP, We've got Ricky Rick. We've got AKA and Pro Kid. Maybe I'll even throw in so he had a seizure on stage, man. Just forgetting his name.
Yeah.
The colored guy, man. Anyway, so I put out a posting. It's gonna be online, guys. I'm a holograms. Would you not pay 20 or 30 rands to go watch that?
I would.
Right? And then take the proceeds. Yes, some of it, give it to the family. I'm just being a businessman. I'm being a businessman. I talk to the family. Guys, we're going to use your I'm an artist, I'm a voice wabo. And then, I put out that thing and people watch it. Yeah. Becomes a thing.
Very interesting. As of course we wrap up this conversation for this morning, if artists can't protect their work, we risk a future where creativity is endless, but creators are disposable. It's something that we cannot forget and take away, but we all know that we experience artistry in a different way. So let us know what you think in terms of the conversation that we were having for this beautiful morning. Conversation, of course, continue across all social media platforms. It is the Vooka Breakfast Show. It was, of course, a great Tuesday morning with you. Thank you so much for being with us. Same time, same place tomorrow morning, as of course continue giving you the daily dose of positivity. Enjoy the rest of your day and take care of yourself.
So don't you tell me